Hello everyone. This video walks through completing Packet Tracer Assignment 8.3.3.5, configuring basic OSPF version 3 in a single area. This Packet Tracer lab is a part of the Cisco R&S Scaling Networks version 6 curriculum. Now hopefully by now in Chapter 8 you've already completed the 8.2.2.7 lab, which was configuring basic OSPF version 2 in a single area. The big difference is here with the OSPF version 3, we are configuring OSPF network sharing and advertisements for IP version 6 networks. This is very similar to the way we did this with EIGRP in Chapter 6 and 7. However, there are a couple differences still. The main difference between OSPF version 2 and OSPF version 3 is not only just the IP version 6 support, but also you don't have to type in each directly connected network. I'll show you how you do that differently with OSPF version 3 and IP version 6. So first we're going to go to R1 and enter if you ever get that, just fast forward time, it'll go away. Want to do config T, and the first thing we want to usually do is make sure they have typed in the IPv6 support, so IPv6 unicast routing, so that we can enter in our commands and everything correctly. Now at this point they have already entered in all of the usable addresses and configured each interface in PC, so what we're doing is just configuring the OSPF sharing so that we can reach all networks. Okay, so we'll do IPv6 router OSPF10. They still want us to use process ID of 10 in our directions over here. It reminds us to do our router ID, so we'll do router-ID 1.1.1.1. Okay, and with this packet tracer, it does not accept the autocost reference changing, so that's pretty much it. We've enabled IPv6 router OSPF10 with the process. We set our ID, which is kind of like our name to the other routers when we share. Now we're going to go to each specific interface that's directly plugged in, something's plugged into on R1. So we can use our addressing chart, or you could use the physical cable list, interface G00, and then we're going to do IPv6 OSPF10 area 0. Still all in one single area. And that is it. All right. Interface S000, IPv6, OSPF10, area 0. Interface S001, IPv6, OSPF10, area 0. Okay. So what that does is it goes in and tells all of our networks to advertise yourself as a part of this OSPF process. Okay. Now, there's no entering in the directly connected networks as we did before. Okay. So that's it. Now we're going to go to router 2 and kind of do the similar steps here. Enable config T, IPv6 unicast routing. IPv6 router OSPF10 router ID 2.2.2.2, and then just exit out. Now we're going to go through all 3 directly plugged in interfaces. They happen to be the same interface names on R2 as they were on R1, and they'll repeat on R3 as well, but you just always want to double check. You don't want to assume anything. So we'll do IPv6 router IPv6 OSPF10 area 0. Interface S000, IPv6 OSPF10 area 0. And that OSPF information, and you'll see it start to form some adjacencies there. Interface S001, IPv6 OSPF10 area 0. So what happens is we are advertising that out. It'll form the adjacencies with our neighbor, and you'll see that same router ID as the neighbor name. But again, this is local to our device. Whatever we put right here is what we want to put under each interface. And you only want to do this for directly plugged in interfaces. You don't need to do this for stuff that's not plugged in. So again, on R3, we'll start lastly, IPv6 unicast dash routing, IPv6 router OSPF10, router ID 3.3.3.3, then interface G00, IPv6 OSPF10 area 0, interface S000, IPv6 OSPF10 area 0, interface S001, and you see those adjacencies start to form. IPv6 OSPF10 area 0 under 0001. You should see another adjacency form, and we do. Now, to make sure that everything can talk or ping each other, of course, you could ping. Remember, with IPv6 is show IPv6 route, not show IP route. And it does the same thing. It lets us know where it learned about networks from with that letter at the front. And you can do that on each router. And of course, again, remember, pinging from device to device should work because we have shared everything. Everything has converged. OSPF still converges very fast. Now, this lab was already kind of graded 1 out of 1 or 100%, so you really can't really see what you may have done wrong or right in this one, but we do have everything configured at this point from the direction. So that completes this particular lab assignment for configuring OSPF version 3 with IP version 6 networks, all in an OSPF single area configuration.